How you doing, guys? Professor Easy with another BLADE-OSOPHY Monday. Yes, Monday. Today we had a blackout where I live, so I wasn't able to record this video. But anyways, let's jump right into it. I'd like to talk about mistakes. We all make mistakes. Nothing is exempt from a default, from a mistake, from an error, from a failure. And we're supposed to learn from that, right? But at the same time, we have to hold, for example, other people, other companies, hold them to that idea of improving, and especially as customers, since we are investing in that company, especially if you are loyal customers. The more loyal, the more I believe a person, or a company should pay attention to that group, to that one person. But times are changing and values are changing, and this is just a reminder for everyone, in the English speaking community, in the Anglo-Saxon community. Why do I say that? Because Latin American and particularly Mexican ideology is very different, and so I have to treat things differently when I speak about one culture or another. But in the Anglo-Saxon culture, we can openly say that the customer is always right, isn't it? At least that was a thing back in the day. And, well, it seems that is changing. It seems that, indeed, that is changing. Let us analyze a few things about mistakes, about warranty, about quality control and customer service. And, for example, we all know there will be, in any batch of knives or of anything, shoes, pens, whatever, there will be something, an item that will come out wrong, right? For any reason. Okay, but let's have a look at this. This I acquired through Amazon, Blade Tech. I think it was the name, it's Pro Hunter. Love this knife, love the geometry, love everything about it. This is the third knife I had to get from Amazon because the others had so many and so big faults on them. The first one was that even the blade was bent. So, the second one, it had a deadlock so tight that I had to open it with a pry bar. So it was just impossible to really use. And then this one came with so many defects. The first time I opened it, the opening hole cut my thumb. It was so sharp that it cut my thumb. The way it was built right here, as you can see, there are some scratches. I hope you can see them. Yeah, I think there's enough light. Sorry about that reflection. I had to sand that down because it pinched my finger so hard. I really didn't want to use the knife anymore. What else? The clip, it was some kind of aluminium and I don't know what else, breadcrumbs, I think, because it just broke like nothing. Just changing it from tip down to tip up, and I wanted to bend it a bit because it was too tight, and just by doing this, it broke, and so ridiculous. But anyways, I put an Emerson clip on it. It worked fantastically well. And what else? Of course, I had to sand down, polish a bit the oh god, the Teflon washers, because they looked like pancakes. Anyways, I still love this thing. I decided to keep this thing because I had this feeling, this hunch that I would no longer find it in Amazon, and a day later, it's what happened. I wasn't able to find it anymore in Amazon. And Amazon has a great warranty service and customer service. So they refunded me twice, and they were going to refund me this one, and I said, heck no, you know what, I'll keep this one. And it really is such a, for me, it's such a good model. This is designed by Tim or Tom. My God, I need better glasses. Tim Wagner. And I wish he would take his design to another company and just try it out, because it's such a good knife, hard to use knife. But anyways, there you have that one. Another thing that worries me is are the Boker knives, the Boker made in Germany, particularly. Why? Because I know Germans are perfectionists, and but in very recent models that have gone through my hands, this Solingen Boker knives have come with small details that just, they disappoint me. Whether the shield is placed in a crooked way, or just not how it's really supposed to go. The swedge on this is not done correctly, and this is not a cheap knife. This is I think almost a $200 knife, and it's not perfectly centered. Another one that came through the channel was perfectly centered but had other details. It's usable and hasn't got a major problem with that. But for the money, heck, I want almost perfection, and I'm paying for it. And that worries me to see that Boker, that Germans aren't being careful enough. Their quality control is, from what I can see from other models that have come through, it has not improved, but the contrary. Just had a brain fart. Anyways, next, Lion Steel. This I disassembled on a Saturday video for the second time, because right out of the box it had rust, a lot of rust in it. With the spring, right where the spring is, and the blade touches, it had a lot of rust. So I opened it up thinking it was going to be easy, like a Benchmade proper, which it isn't, if you didn't know. Um, this has a pin stuck right in, going through side to side, and so you'll be able to take the handles and the bolsters, but you won't be able to take out the liners, and that really sucks because you can't give a full maintenance to the blade. But anyways, it had rust, so I cleaned it as best as I could, greased it, oiled it, and then just left it in a case. The next time I took it out and I was going to use it, to my surprise, it had rust again. It had developed rust again. But not only that, but the spring was getting stuck. It has a strong spring, which I like, but it was getting stuck. I assume it was due to the rust. And I subscribed to Lion Steel's warranty service, whatever it was, in their web page. I wrote them a mail twice and had no response. I sent them an Instagram message and they asked me to send another email, and that they were sorry for the inconvenience. So I don't believe we're going to have any difficulties there, I should suppose. I just want to know what's wrong, what's causing what's happening with that. I don't live in a humid area. I live in a semi-desertic area. So no problem with humidity there. And I also wanted to ask how much, because the first time I took it apart, this has such a really, I don't like how this was built. This pin on this side and this screw on this side, and you have to put a lot of pressure on both sides at the same time to, pinch them together. That I chipped the micarta now, and then I rounded it off with Dremel. Now I don't mind that so much, but I did want to ask how much it would cost me to buy another scale. Buy. I'm not asking for anything for free, and I'd like to know if about that rust problem. If not, for them to fix that. And I don't think we'll see. This will be I'll let you know what happens, but because I think it's important that we talk about these experiences, right? And see and prove who has a better experience with warranty control and customer service. As, for example, I really, really enjoyed this knife, this Nesmuk. It's very well made, but guess what? It arrived and it had a mode of a small, I think it's patina developing, and now I'm being very picky about this because you'll see why. But that wasn't the biggest problem. The biggest problem is they sent it without sharpening. Not only that, but the edge wasn't really finished, and it had just a lot of steel, just bent. I don't know. I don't remember right now the word for it. But I had to regrind the edge, and of course sharpen it. Now I can do that, and I know how to do it, and it came out perfectly well. They refunded $30 or $20, I don't remember, because of I did report that. But that left me with a kind of a sour taste, a bit of a sour experience with Malone Knives is the company based in Texas. And then I saw a picture of another knife that I got interested in Instagram, and I'm always for giving anyone a second chance, a third one even. And I asked if I asked, just as I'm putting it right here, has the knife gone through quality control? And their response was, just as I'm telling you, what's your problem? And I did not know if I should laugh or get pissed angry because of that response. And I responded back and told them with these same words, is that the way to respond, or is that the way to ask? And they never wrote back. So I'm never gonna buy another knife from this company, from Malone Knives, and I will not support this company at all. As a matter of fact, each time I get the chance, I will bring up that this story until they reach out and make things right. And if they don't, well, that's that. And no problem, we'll continue. And last but not least, this is an important one because I had never heard of a bad customer service with Hinderer knives. And a friend from Spain sent a couple of knives to have some maintenance and repairs done to his knives. Now I read the mails from back and forth from the ranch to my friend, and this is an honorable person, my Spanish friend, and who loves his XM18 and the brand, and he really got a pretty how can I put it in a decent word? A pretty, the service he got sucked, I mean, if we talk about the customer is always right, the person who attended him, which is some Justin something, no, Justin Bieber isn't making knives and working for Hinderer. This was another Justin. Anyways, it seemed like he was telling this Spanish person, my friend, the Spanish guy, that they had done everything right, and that if there was anything wrong, that it was his fault. Now we're talking about it had a problem with the steel insert, and which I did saw, and every time you hit the spine lightly, the frame lock would jump, and so that's not right. That's just not right. But the sense I get from the mails going on is that they wash their hands, if you know what I'm saying, and just left the problem as it was. Now I've seen this attitude with in different companies with different models. A few, not a whole bunch, but a few. This has happened with international, in the international market, with international customers. I haven't seen this happening in local customers, So if a North American buys a Hinderer, you can expect all that you get from Hinderer, right? The same as Lion Steel. I have seen them because I have friends in Italy getting an excellent service there in Italy. Yet here in Mexico, yeah, internet is not perfect. We know that, and we'll see. I don't think I'll have any problems, but two mails and they haven't responded. And with the Hinderer, the attitude and just the problem in the end was a screw that my friend had to disassemble the knife because he felt some blade play, and so he wanted to see by himself. And when he I don't remember if it was when he was unscrewing. Yeah, I think it was when he was unscrewing one of the screws, it broke. Now, if you're standing behind your brand, by your brand, by your product, you disassemble a knife like this, and to give maintenance to it, you have to be able to see that kind of thing, don't you? And call the customer and tell him, hey, this screw seems weak or is about to break. Would you like us to replace it? It'll cost you something. $4. It's $4 for a Hinderer screw. My God. There are other companies that give you free clips and and you're paying $425. In the US, in Spain, and in Mexico, we pay around $600 for a thing like this, you know? And I love Hinderer brand and its knives, and I love my XM18s, but that's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. So, watch out. Watch out. And let's open the dialogue and talk about these things. And let's talk about these things with the companies as well as with knife makers. I believe in dialogue. I believe in giving people a second, a third chance, and even more, depending on their attitudes, right? But, things like, what's your problem? That's no way to do business. That's no way to treat a customer. Heck, that's no way to treat any person who's just asking a question in a decent way, in a decent manner, you know? So, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it out there, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's talk about it. All right? So, Professor EDC, hoping you have a wonderful week. Out.